we can rejoice because of who he is, because of how great he is and what he allows us to be a part of. Hey Grace family, and welcome back to our midweek check-in. So we're in the middle of a couple of real big weeks here at our church as we finished up our whole new mission and vision, and last Sunday we kind of finished it all off by looking at the Great Commission itself. And so just a quick recap of that. We talked about last week, how do we respond to the mission God has given us? And we walked away looking at that we need to trust in the one who has all authority. We need to be willing to teach all of Christ's commands to make disciples of all nations, and then we need to depend on the one who is always with us. And so between last Sunday and this Sunday, I've given us the challenge to pray daily about implementing that in our own lives, with a specific challenge to join a Grace community or to deepen your commitment to the Grace community that you're already in. And so while we're kind of in this in-between, the challenge has been to be seeking God's face and really asking God, what is your will? To be praying over that for our lives individually, to praying over the discipleship strategy of this church, and along with the Grace communities as well. And so with that idea of kind of seeking him, I wanted to read a few verses this week. And this is out of 1 Chronicles. This is chapter 16, and it's starting in verse 8. And it says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people. Sing to him, sing praises to him, tell of all his wonderful works. Glory in his holy name." And then here are the phrases on seeking him. "Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his presence continually." So just some of those themes. It's talking about telling about his glorious works and just proclaiming that to the world. But in the middle of that, it's telling us that let our hearts, the hearts of those who seek him, rejoice, to seek his strength and to seek his presence. So I just want something I wanted to encourage you in, to just the idea and the fact that we get to become a part of God's will and live within that. When we are seeking him, we can rejoice because of who he is, because of how great he is and what he allows us to be a part of. But in that seeking, we want to seek his strength, making sure we aren't doing it on our own. We want to seek his presence, knowing we're trusting and depending on him. So I just kind of wanted to walk you through that as you're in these moments daily, praying over your role in this church, praying over this church as a whole, that we together and as individuals are seeking after him. So looking ahead at this next Sunday and kind of building off of last Sunday, actually this weekend, I've challenged us to just join me in a 24-hour fast that starts Saturday night. So just to kind of review that, I'm suggesting to lunch on Saturday, and then we'll fast dinner and we'll fast breakfast, and then show up here Sunday morning for a 10 o'clock service where we'll break fast with communion together. If you didn't catch that in service Sunday, or you didn't have a chance to hear about that a little bit, you can text the word FAST to the number that's showing below on this screen. And the reason to do that is we've prepared 3 different sections of scripture and some suggested prayers for those times. So if you text the word FAST to that number, you're going to get a text, I believe, Saturday evening at 5, and then one at 8 o'clock, and then one Sunday morning at 8 a.m. And whether you choose to fast or not, that's okay. That's between you and the Lord, but I still want to invite you into those prayer times and to just join in with our church family as a whole as we're seeking him, praying over the Quad Cities, praying over our church, and again, our individual roles within that. So this Sunday, come here at 10 a.m. ready to break our fast together, ready to celebrate our God, to continue to worship him, to continue to pray to him. And the passage of scripture that we're going to be looking at this week is Ezra chapter 3 and verse 11. So it's kind of a different context, but I think you'll see some of the connecting points there. I'm really excited to share that with you and to celebrate our God with you Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So you have a great week. I'm praying alongside of you, and we'll see you Sunday. Thanks, church.